Well, hi there, and welcome to our Business Question of the Week 2. My name is Steve, and you've come to PrivateEnglishPortal.com. Our business question this week comes from an advanced student of mine, and her name is Yasmin, and she's from Turkey. Yasmin had studied English grammar for a long time. She studied English grammar for 10 years. She knows English inside and out when it comes to grammar. But she signed up for my classes because recently her company is doing a lot of business with American and British companies. So she has had some communication gap problems. And the question that she asked me in our last class was about Americans using idioms and expressions related to sports in a business setting. And it came up, and this is what she asked me. She asked me, do native-speaking business people use expressions that come from sports? And the two examples that we have are related to expressions using the word base. Okay. Now, if you look on the screen that I'm about to pull up here, the picture, you'll see that in the baseball, the sports baseball, we have 4 bases. We have, you can see there, first base, second base, third base, and home base, right? Now, in baseball, when someone touches a base, that means that they are safe, that they have reached their destination, okay, and they have done their job correctly, okay? They've made it to that base, that destination, okay? And when they touch it, that means that they're fine, okay? They're safe, okay? They're secure. Now, that meaning has kind of traveled over into American business English and Canadian business English, and maybe you British English speakers could be free to email me. I'm very curious to know if in our United Kingdom, if we would use that to touch base. Do you guys use that? Email me. Let me know. Anyway, touch base with someone is the expression that we went over. And what that means is that you are talking about something. You are going to cover that subject. So you'll hear in a business setting, very common, I'll touch base with you later today. Okay? What does that mean? It means that I will talk about that issue or that subject later today with you. And we need to touch base on a few things. What does that mean? If someone comes up to you and they say, look, Charlie, we need to touch base on a few things. What does that mean? It means we need to talk about a few things. We need to cover all that ground on that subject, okay? So that's one expression using base, touch base, okay? And the second one is when someone is off base, okay? What does that mean, off base? Before we were touching the base, now we're off the base. What that means is that in baseball, let's remember, we go back to the sports, we go back to baseball, that when you're off base with something, it means that you are out of the game, okay? And that's what it means in business too, that when you're off base with something, it means that you are not correct, okay? You are inexact. Okay, and the expression that we have here is that I think your budget calculations are way off base, are completely off base. What does that mean to be off base? It means that I think your budget calculations are completely inaccurate, okay? They're not accurate, okay? So, if you hear someone on the phone and they're from the United States, Canada, and they say, I think your budget calculations are way off base, and you might even hear this on the TOEFL or the TOEIC or something. What that means is that the calculations, the budget calculations, are incorrect. Okay, they're not exact. Okay, so those are two expressions related to base, which comes from baseball, and that was something that came up with my class with a student who studied English very diligently for 10 years. and still needed to take some classes with me to brush up on her business English. Okay? So I look forward to your next business question of the week next week. Bye-bye.